Alexa, what's in my diary for today?
Today, you have 2 appointments. Drive one of them.
Ah, I said Alexa, not Alex. Hello car friends and welcome back. This is the e-Golf. So I've been waiting to drive this car for quite a long while. You'll probably know I'm massively into electric cars, and this is VW's biggest electric car. We're going to be putting it up in a later video against the Golf GTE. That's the hybrid, the crossover plug-in thing. So we're going to find out what this car is actually like to drive. Let's do this. Look at this, it's plug-in, it's keyless, there's one thing that you should probably know, and it starts at £32,000, although you can get a £5,000 government bond fund thing, which brings the price down on the road to about £27,500, I think. It's very good value for money. Like all electric cars, silence, not in gear. We're going to do this bit again. Now we're in gear. Okay, so a few key stats for you while we're taking out the e-Golf. It's got 0 to 60 of 9.6 seconds. That is quite a long while for a 0 to 60 time, I'm not going to lie. But range wise, 124 miles to one charge, and a charge takes about 10 hours, something like that. You can plug it in at home and you can use your normal wall adapter, so you don't need to go to any special charging stations if you don't want to. And it's got parking sensors at the front and the back. Okay, so the Golf, the e-Golf. So the e-Golf has got 3 modes actually. So right now I'm in normal mode. I think it's called regular mode. I don't think there's anything more to talk about in that. There's 2 other modes as well. So there's Eco and Eco Plus, because every electric car buyer worries about one thing, and that is range anxiety. Will I run out of battery before I get to my destination? So to help with that, these 2 modes are going to be quite useful to you. Firstly, I'm going to avoid that barrier. Firstly, Eco mode. So Eco mode basically reduces your speed. You can't go above 71 miles an hour, but it does allow you and it means you can get more from the battery. It reduces the 0 to 60 speed as well, but you're going to get where you're going. There's another mode as well, which is Eco Plus, which is basically get every little bit of battery out of the car as much as you can, and that's Eco Plus. And the way that that does that is reduces your speed even further, down to about, I think it's about 56 miles an hour. Okay, this car is actually quite quick. Okay, it does feel quite quick to drive. So my first thought was going to be, it's very much like a Golf. It feels, drives, holds like a Golf. Actually, because of the electric motor, you have got a little bit of regenerative braking, so it is slowing you down slightly when you take your foot off the gas. It does slow you down slightly when you take your foot off the gas, but then it changes the way it handles, especially at the front. It feels a lot lighter at the front, I think, a lot less direct, a lot less heavy than the standard Golf, probably because the weight isn't there like you would normally find in a Golf, where the engine's blunt at the front and that's what the weight that it's providing. So it does drive slightly different to the Golf, which is completely different to what I was going to be saying when I first got in the car. See what happens, try to rationalize. Another interesting thing about this car, and it is an optional extra, it's essentially something which allows you to use the heat. So some of the sort of environmental heat, I think it's called ambient heat, but the heat in the cabin, some of the natural air temperature outside, and some of the heat coming off the system of the car, to keep the battery power extended and to keep your range extended in cold weather. So batteries don't typically perform that well in cold weather. They really don't like it, especially the lithium-ion ones, which is what this is made of. They really don't like the cold, and so that actually dramatically decreases your battery power and therefore your range. What the optional extra does on the e-Golf is it actually allows you to get 20% extra range with that pack in icy weather. So actually, if you are worried about range and you're worried about getting to where you're going to go, and you're living in a colder country, hello Britain, it's this optional extra pack that you want to be adding in, and I'll put a description below as to where you can buy that and what its actual name is, because at the moment I don't remember it. Other than that, it's like a Golf. It is really like a Golf. The digital display at the front, where the steering wheel is. What? Where the steering wheel is? It's on the right hand side, mate. That, it does feel and drive pretty much like a Golf. It looks like a Golf, which is no bad thing. I think the second best selling car in the UK currently is the Golf, I think just behind the Ford Focus, I think. So again, you're going to be getting a car that's performing well and that people are used to. But with this, you're actually saving money because the government's paying 5k to get it on the road for you. You're not really paying tax, you're not having to pay for fuel, Your insurance is Group 26, which is not too bad, pretty much the same as most Golfs. And you're not killing the planet. I mean, why would you buy a normal Golf?
Put the pieces back together like the past anyway. Trying to keep.
So guys, I'm really interested in your thoughts on the e-Golf, and specifically now that there's a challenger to the actual Golf, which is such a good selling car, and cars that, you know, everyone knows what the Golf is. I really want to get your thoughts on which one you would choose and which one you think you'd go for. It's a difficult one because the 0 to 60 of this isn't incredibly fast. It's not like the Golf GTE, which I'm reviewing in another video. It's slightly different to that, and it's slightly slower. But if you took 0 to 60 speed out, which one would you go for? Assuming the prices are the same, I mean, you are getting pretty much the same car. I'm really interested to know your thoughts on what are the pros and cons of those two cars and which one you'll be most likely to go for. So there you go, guys. That's a whistle-stop tour of the Golf E. Bleh. So there you go, guys, that's a whistle-stop tour of the e-Golf. I've been really looking forward to driving this car. I'm going to try and get back out in it again. Let me know what you want to see next time, because I'm really keen to make sure that we're covering as much as we can. This was a first look, really. Hopefully it gives you some of the pointers if you're looking to buy one. I do know a little bit more information than I've managed to get across in this video, so do make sure you ask me any questions and I can come back to you with that information. I also speak to a lot of owners of e-Golfs and they tell me their thoughts. So again, if you are looking to buy one, just let me know and I'll make sure that I'm passing on that information. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody that was thinking about an electric car, make sure you share this video with them because they'd love to see it as well. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you have not done already, and I will see you very soon. PS, check out the video of this versus the Golf GTE very soon. Bye.